Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It's Monday, March 4th, 2019. The live streaming service is still down. When you try to launch a live stream today, you get this. I'm waiting for the problem to be corrected. Real quick, I'm going to upload a video reviewing the Sunday games, and hopefully any moment the live streaming service will come back. In the NHL, there were two good reads yesterday. Two clear reads. The Predators to get their 38th win over Minnesota. Minnesota equals 38. The Wild didn't have anything lining up on their side, so Predators did get it done, picked up the 38th win. And the Sharks look good because the Blackhawks' next game is against Buffalo. Buffalo happens to equal 63 and 27. That kept the Blackhawks at 27 wins and 63 points. So our two best reads, they hit. The Jets-Blue Jackets, there was nothing definitive to go off of here. The Senators-Panthers game. What was interesting about this game is the Senators hadn't won in a while. They were facing the Florida Panthers. Florida and Panthers both summed to 38. And there was a chance they would stay on 38 losses, and they did. The Panthers, at the same time, had a chance to get their 69th points, and Senators does have Gematria of 69. So it made it a little dicey. Avalanche Ducks. Either team's record could have made perfect sense with an overtime loss. It didn't end up being an overtime loss. Anaheim, had they lost, they would have got their 33rd loss. Anaheim equals 33 on March 3rd, 3-3. So it seemed like there was a riddle there, but the points could have made sense either way for the outcome in that game, which made things dicey. It did seem that the 33 was likely. It did not prevail there. Canucks and Golden Knights, there wasn't anything great to go off of in this game. Flyers, Islanders. It was pointed out that Islanders and Philadelphia both equal 101, the 26 prime. I wondered if the Flyers might stay at 26 losses. The danger was Islanders also has Gematria of 38. They could have got their 38th win at home. But I imagine because of the overlap with 101, the 26 prime, that is why the Flyers stayed at 26 losses. And Capitals has that Gematria of 27. This game went to a shootout. So in regulation, the Rangers stayed at 27 wins and 27 losses against the Capitals, 27. But again, not a real strong read there either. Hard to make any determinations off that. The good news was the two games that had the clear reads, they went as expected. College basketball. College basketball yesterday. Only one game surprised me. There were three games. Two went as expected. We talked about how Maryland equals 47, which is the 15th prime. Michigan could get their 15th conference win. They did. Marquette's the game that surprised me. This was the 52nd series game. Marquette has the Gematria of 52. Or wait a minute. Excuse me, it's Golden Eagles that has the Gematria of 52. And Marquette has the Gematria of 39. Marquette could have picked up their 39th series win in the 52nd series game. And I thought that that was a strong riddle, personally. Something I did observe is a lot of 16s hit yesterday in the world of sports. When you write out 16, it does equal 33. We know about this relationship with 16 and 33, so perhaps this was what it was about. I'm also now thinking how 16 equals 39, which is a little abstract, but, you know, Marquette is 39. But I was thinking that 39th win in the 52nd game looked good. We did like Washington to beat Stanford because Huskies equals 43, the 14th prime. 14. Washington got his 14th conference win. Stanford got his 14th loss. And you have to love that they won with 62 points on the 62nd day of the year. Stanford, their school is the Cardinal. Not the Cardinals, but the Cardinal, which is also 62. So 2 out of 3 in college basketball. 2 NHL games. They were both good. In the NBA, with some tight reads, the initial thought was the Trailblazers would go into Charlotte and pick up the 39th win because Charlotte equals 39. That did happen. The only risk in this game was that the Hornets were at 33 losses on March 3rd, coming in, facing the team from the 33rd state. They did fall to their 34th loss, And Charlotte, again, 39. The Blazers picked up the 39th win. The Rockets, I thought, would get their 26th loss against the Celtics because Celtics is 26. I have a feeling the shooting that was in Boston, the dead Michigan player, had something to do with this game because the man who was killed, his name was Kendrick Price. And notice Kendrick Price, with the alphabetic order, is 115. That ended up being the winning score for Houston. And he was killed on a date with 44 numerology, Rockets 44, shooting 44. So I don't know if there's some deeper riddle that's going on here. I'm going to keep thinking about this game. But my thought was that the Rockets would pick up their 26th loss against the Celtics. Instead, the Celtics got their 26th loss at home. The Hawks and Bulls game, we did have 18-date numerology. We also had 45-date numerology. The Bulls got their 18th win on the 18-8 numerology. We had a lesser numerology of 25. The Bulls stayed at 25 losses. The Clippers, I thought, was the safest pick in the NBA. I mean, not a great payout, but the safest pick because we had the 18-date numerology. They got their 18th home win. New York Knicks equals 61, which is the 18th prime. So that looked good. The Magic could have stayed at 18 losses. They did not. Cleveland stayed at 48 losses in Cleveland. And notice Cleveland also picked up that 16th win. Again, 16 is 33. Cleveland in that same cipher is 33, March 3rd. So that's what I mean. I saw the 16s come out, and it was against the Magic, another 33. But I was thinking the date numerology there was going to be the ticket for the Magic. Pistons did have a good chance to beat the Raptors yesterday, giving them their 18th loss on the 18-date numerology. As we talked about, Pistons equals 31. They became 31-31, giving the Raptors their 18th loss. The danger was the Pistons could have stayed at 18 home wins, but a lot of times we will see these teams get these matching win and loss if it syncs up, if it's a number that's significant to their team or the opponent. Wizards, they had a good riddle to win. They got the 18th home win on the 18-date numerology. And the Thunder-Grizzly game, let me pull up my notes here. What was the note? We had the 25 lesser date numerology. Oh, yeah, OKC got their 62nd series win on the 62nd day of the year. That's what they got. The Grizzlies' potential upset narrative was that Oklahoma City Thunder's 101, the 26th prime, but we've seen the series matchups and the day count. We've seen that work out more often than not. So it wasn't such a bad day yesterday. The strong NHL picks continue to be very consistent, and going to keep searching those out. The NHL, when you can get a strong read, it is very likely to hit. And NBA seems to be getting more back on course, what I'm used to. There's still some games that are making me scratch my head, but like the Rockets Celtics, again, it might be a deeper riddle there. Again, that shooting. Kendrick Price killed Saturday just before the game. So remember the 16-33 thing. The Rockets also became 16-16 away. This game was in Massachusetts. Massachusetts also 33. So I'm not going to doubt that 16-33. We've talked about it before, and I've said, is it too abstract? Is it too abstract to think about it that way? But it doesn't seem that it is. It seems that it's a strong relationship that does play. And today or yesterday's games were more evidence of it. So I'm going to start. Let me see. Is it working? Could it be back? Oh my God, it's back. How about that? All right, I'm going to upload this video, fire up a live stream, and we'll be back in minutes. So we're starting an hour late. Apologies, Truth Seeker.